How you guys doing? Kate6 back with a RuneScape or old school RuneScape video. So I want to talk about what I think is the top 5 ways how to not get burnt out playing old school RS. As we all know, you can really get pretty burnt out of this game just doing certain stuff, going for certain grinds. Sometimes stuff might give you a headache, like learning a certain boss. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk and how to fill in that gap and what you guys should do. And some of the stuff, it might be stuff that you guys might not want to hear, but it just is what it is. And then if you like playing the game, it's like really no point in you getting burnt out of the game, because if you love it so much, like I've gotten burnt out of this game plenty of times, and I always make I always make my way back to just keep playing the game. So going into the first one, and it's gonna sound hard, but always have like a different game that you can probably play just in case. Like, you might get frustrated with this game. Like learning certain stuff. Like I kind of did get frustrated with learning Zora because I was losing a bit of money. So I have another game to play just in case. Like I'll play Path of Exile. I'll play Call of Duty, but I only play Call of Duty with a couple of friends. So having another game to fill in that gap can definitely, like, it just stops you from getting burnt out of the game, because old school RS, especially old school, is a very grindy game. Just grinding out Slayer, eventually you're gonna get burnt out, and it's just, it is what it is. So having a different game to play always fills in that gap. Doesn't have to be completely similar to old school RS, but just something to give you a bit of a break, take your mind off things, and so you don't kill yourself or get a headache, or you just want to quit the game, because there's so many things you can do in old school RS. And that's actually going to take us into our next point, and that is, don't just completely do the same stuff in the game. You should also try to do, there's so many different skills. Always try to do something different. If you're doing Slayer, try to do clue scrolls while you're in the middle of doing your Slayer task. You're just not camping there the whole time. I know a lot of people like doing clue scrolls because it's something else for them to do while they're on their Slayer task. Personally, I don't like doing clue scrolls, but if you want, go for another grind. Go for a boss grind or something like that, or find some friends and go in raids. My friend that I'm actually in this clip in this video right now, she actually got me into raids, and I don't even have a. You guys are probably looking at this and probably think it's not going to be that good. And it really, it's a decent raid, but, I'm still learning how to do raids and all that. So, and I kind of thank him because he showed me how to do the raids pretty much. We still go like an hour raid, but, both of us were still learning. And as you can see in the clip, it's not really the best, but, it's something different to do. And, guess what happened is we end up getting a drop. My friend got a Dragon Hunter crossbow and the Ohm pet in the same case here. I don't know if that's how it normally works, but yeah, and that's like such a good experience for me and him, because that was a good split. So doing different stuff in the game really helps. Like, don't AFK. If you're not doing Slayer, go and fish. You can fish and watch a movie. You can fish and watch a book. I know Blood Rune Crafting is pretty AFK. Fletching, not really AFK. Agility, I don't mind agility. I can personally watch a movie and do agility at the same time, because I just gotta look back after my character does the course. Even AFK Nightmare Zone, good XP. You can choose however you want to do it. If you want to go for maximum XP, you can do that. If you want to just AFK and look back every once in a while, you can do that. But doing something else on the side and not doing the same thing, which kind of gets a bit repetitive, yeah, definitely helps out a lot. Going into my number 3, and that's going to be, my number 3 thing is, don't spend so much time on doing one thing, and don't spend so much time playing. Yes, it's good to play the game and get a lot of progress done, but get up every once in a while, go work out or something like that. Don't just be in your chair all day, getting frustrated with certain stuff, especially if you're doing stuff like hardcore Iron Man, or, just regular Iron Man, where you're trying to, grind for items and all that. Getting a break definitely does help out, hydrating yourself with water, not giving yourself a headache. Trust me, I give myself a headache playing this game plenty of times. You can see in the clip I looked pretty frustrated because I kept dying at home, but I'm still learning the boss, and what came out of that was really good, so I can't really complain too much. But getting up and doing something different really does help out a lot when it comes to not getting too burnt out of the game And yeah, that's pretty much it. My number 4 is, if you're gonna be doing stuff like bossing, doing different bosses really does, it really does, help out a lot, because a lot of bosses can get repetitive. I know a lot of people like doing Zora, but I think like bosses, I don't have Warcraft yet, but I've seen people doing Warcraft, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure eventually I would get kind of burnt out of doing Warcraft. It's the same thing every time. Zora, you're moving, you're doing your switches and all that, so I think Zora's a lot more fun. Or take up new things like PKing. Me, I try to learn PKing through LMS, and I've gotten actually a lot better and I've actually been streaming it, and people who join my stream, like, they actually help me to teach me how to do my switches and all that, and then I notice an improvement. So learning how to do different stuff definitely helps out, because there's people that just do PVM, there's people that just do PKing, there's people that do both, or there's people that just only do PKing, like Torvesta or Frame. Like, it definitely helps out learning how to do stuff. Yeah, it might get you a bit frustrated when you're dying, because there's a lot of good people. Like in LMS, there's really a lot of sweaty people in that thing, and it's one thing when you join the game and you don't know what you're doing, but as soon as you join, you get destroyed by some kind of sweaty dude. So definitely learning how to do different stuff, it's a lot more fun, and it kind of keeps you going for some reason. Like, I was dying a lot in LMS, and for some reason I just wanted to keep playing it, because I was getting better, and every time I get that kill, every now and then, it would just feel like pretty good. So that's it. Pretty much do anything but the same thing you're doing. My last thing you should probably do is, honestly, you should do miscellaneous stuff. There's so many things to do in the game. You don't just have to do your skills. You can go ahead and go do your diary, or go get your fire cape. Go get any entrailable that's like worth, grinding for. I know that could kind of burn you out, but it feels so good. Like, not like, I know getting a fire cape nowadays is not really anything, but there's still people that don't have a fire cape. My friend, as soon as I got 75 range, I went for my fire cape. It took me 8 hours to do, and I streamed it, and it felt really good. I got it on my 5th or my 6th try, so, good for me, and I was really happy. 8 hours, and I have a friend in my clan who has way higher stats than me and still doesn't have his fire cape. He cannot be Jad. I just don't know what it is, but doing stuff like that makes you feel more good. The diaries makes the game a lot easier. Doing stuff to make stuff a lot more easier just helps. Questing forces you to go to new places. Even just learning about the lore and all that, it really just brings you more into the game, not just doing the same thing every now and then. But if you want, taking up new things like Hardcore Iron Man or Normal Iron Man. If you're bold enough, do an Ultimate Iron Man. I'm not doing that no time soon, because that just seems like pretty frustrating. But doing stuff like that, it makes you think a lot more about the game, especially Iron Man, because you got to do everything. You got to do it yourself. Eventually, Group Iron Man is going to come out, so that'll be a bit different. But doing stuff like that, it just brings you more into the game, and you should definitely look into it. So you know what, guys, that's pretty much going to be it. Definitely, I'm going to be streaming a lot more, so go ahead, and I'm going to leave my Twitch link in the description, Cade6. Drop a follow. I'm currently trying to go for that affiliate status, trying to go for 50 followers, so, I'll see you guys then. Y'all take care. I'll see you guys in RuneScape.